How to engage a narcissist. Sometimes, most oftentimes, avoiding a narcissist is simply not possible. So, what is the best strategy to use when you cannot avoid the unavoidable? Here are a few tips to help you make your engagement with the narcissist as neutral as possible. Hi, my name is Shannon Gilmore, and I'm here to help you understand narcissism from the perspective that's not often talked about. I'm talking about the spiritual perspective of narcissism, as this is often a non-issue. Most people just focus on the dark side of psychology, of this personality disorder, and my channel exposes not only the dark psychology of narcissism, but this dark spirituality of narcissism. And that's because narcissists, well, they're dark energy. And you need to know what you're dealing with, because you can't know who you are dealing with until the underpinnings are addressed. Narcissists are the people that Jesus warns us about. You know, the wolves in sheep's clothing. They are the snakes in the grass, ready to aggressively attack when they feel threatened. You can be innocently walking on by and they lunge at you and go for your jugular. And you don't see them coming because the narcissist hides behind that superficial flattery and charm. They hook you with the love bombing and hoovering tactics. They set your emotions against your mind to set you off balance. As your eyes become focused on yourself, as you begin to question your motives, your actions, your very words, your thoughts, your feelings, and your sanity. The narcissist has a way of forcing you to distrust the environment that you once felt safe in. The deception is a slow drip, so you don't notice it until it's too late. When you realize that something is seriously wrong, as you're not the same person as you once were, the narcissist has done their damage. They have infected you with their poison of choice, and that toxic venom infects every facet of your being and your life. Becoming spiritually awakened is the anti-venom, and that is what you will find on my channel. Insight to help you grow and heal as you shift your life's balance appropriately to make you your life's focus. So if you like this video, please give it a like. Hit that notification bell and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. I love you forever. I already do. If you have questions or comments and suggestions, please feel free to comment down below or use my email. We're all in this together, right? And together we can help make the world a better place. All correspondence using my email is confidential, as I am a peer support counselor and I'm a mentor helping you to live life the way that you deserve. This channel is all about taking back what was stolen from us, our spiritual, mental, and physical health and well-being. You are in control now. So what do you do? Taking control of your life can feel very intimidating. It isn't easy picking up the pieces of a relationship you have come to rely on and trust, but somehow you've managed so far, and you will manage as you are managing. It's about taking it one day at a time. Coping with what you are able to cope with and manage the small things in life, that's what it's about. And that is what sees you through to the next day. So if you feel that you can't manage to the next day, or maybe you're depressed and struggling with feelings and thoughts of suicide? Can you do something for me right now? Can you promise to use my email or reach out to someone that you trust? I personally do have crisis outreach training in the intervention and prevention of suicide, and I will do everything I can to help you make it to the next day. I am always here for you, no matter the problem, the conflict, the crisis. I will not judge. We are here in this together, and you have my email available to you for whatever and whenever you need, so please take advantage of that option. Interacting with a narcissist is tricky at the best of times. When you have had enough with the narcissistic gameplay, you reach a point of going no contact. However, at times that option is not doable, as many times for various reasons you can't shake that sneaky snake from your life. You have no choice but to interact with them, and that is daunting. It's infuriating. And discussing any type of matter with them, any type of subject or conflict with them, or trying to collaborate with them to get the job done drives you to emotional mayhem. I get it. So in this video, I put together some tips to help make your interaction with the narcissist tip the scales into your favor. Learning how to engage your opponent by disengaging yourself from the control of their environment helps you to not walk away mad, but just walk away and remain in top form so you can concentrate on the things and the people who really truly matter to you in your life. So here are 5 tips to help keep that sneaky predator of a narcissist from clamping onto your life. Because if you let them, they will hang on for dear life, sapping you dry of your life-giving nutrients that make life worth living. So here's tip number 1. Lose all your expectations with the narcissist. When you naturally engage with people, there's a level of expectation. You expect others to communicate with you that allows for a mutual meeting of the minds and thought and emotion. Narcissists are incapable of showing common courtesy and common decency. If you can quickly determine that you are dealing with a narcissist and that what you need from them you're not going to ever get, the easier it is to not let what they say and do negatively affect you. The narcissist is incapable of giving to you what you need from them and from others. They are not reciprocal, and they definitely do not put you or anyone else before themselves. They are not wired that way. To force a narcissist to act upon your expectations of them will only see to your frustration. You end up making compromises as you compromise your authenticity and your integrity for their inauthenticity, and their lack of integrity. And this is damaging to you. So please remember that. Tip number 2, the narcissist does not think or act like you. Therefore, they cannot fulfill your needs, wants, and desires. They are self-motivated, and any appearance of humanity is an act. It's a show, as the world for them is their stage. They are the actor, and they are seeking praise and high rewards. They will use your humanity against you, so keep yourself emotionally distant from them. Tip number 3. Because of the first 2 tips that have already been mentioned, this 3rd tip is important to you, that you keep your time and your conversations with the narcissist limited. Do not make them responsible for your time. You keep track of how much time you want to give them. You hold to your healthy boundaries and know this. You do not owe anyone, including a narcissist, why you are putting time limits on the conversation. You don't even need to tell them that you're putting time limits on the conversation. You do not owe anyone the courtesy of telling them your life story. Less is more. The less you tell a narcissist, the less you interact with them, the more you stay in control of your life and the way you want your life to flow. When you absolutely have to make conversation with a narcissist, be direct, to the point. Do not let them deviate the conversation. Don't let them stall or make the conversation about themselves. And do not add filler. Oftentimes, a narcissist will interrupt and turn the conversation elsewhere. Do not answer them when they ask you questions that have nothing to do with what you were talking about or the topic at hand. Do not engage and meet them in the conversation where they are going in that conversation. Circle back to the topic at hand and remain on point. Then, when your point is made, shut down the conversation by you stopping the discussion. Stop talking. Do not offer anything more than what you showed up in the conversation for. Leave the conversation when you are done and be on your way. Tip number 4. When you engage with the narcissist, it is important to show no emotional effect. Not in your face, not in your voice. If you can avoid it, do not offer sympathy or empathy of any kind. Do not volunteer to help them. Let your communication skills with the narcissist become boring. Do not be spontaneous, excited, but instead be firm, assertive, and fair, and maybe even a little bit monotone. And above all, stay factual. Stay on point. Do not give metaphors, innuendos, excuses, and do not give any extra details that have you linger in the conversation. Narcissists, they do not listen to conversations as we do. They pull from our words and from our tonality what they can and use that to their advantage. They read into the things we say and how we say them and twist these bits of conversations to suit their own narrative in their minds. Narcissists will latch onto a word, a two, or three, even a sentence, and hang on to that structure until you are done talking and present their side from the perspective of the sentence or word that they have latched onto. This is often very frustrating because the narcissist will often latch onto unimportant ideas of the conversation and make that the focal and topic of the conversation. And this leads you to the frustration because when you are ready to listen to them, what they share with you clearly shows that they were not listening to you, or they weren't listening to the entire conversation as a whole to glean any important issues from it. They hear what they want to hear. So give it to them straight. Nothing more, nothing less. Do not offer your opinion. Do not offer your knowledge or expertise or your insight, because silence speaks volumes when you are dealing with toxic people. Number 5, when the narcissist senses your disinterest, they will engage with you and use their usual weapons of choice. That's the love bombing, the flattery, the charm, the gaslighting, the projection, the character shaming, the devaluation, triangulation, gossip. But sometimes they will even go into a temper tantrum or rage with you. Your non-effect will have some narcissist feel so uncomfortable, it sets them off balance because they're not used to it. And they may even have a temper tantrum in front of you. don't engage them. Disengage yourself even further from the narcissist by pulling back your energy from them by leaving the conversation. Make your exit by walking away calmly. Do not give any verbal reason and don't make eye contact with them. Just leave. It is important to remember to hold yourself in high regard always, even when you're not in the company of a narcissist. When you're in the company of yourself, hold yourself in high regard because you are special. You are worthy and you are valuable in this life. Take control of your well-being by allowing yourself to feel worthy. What does that really feel like? And stay in control of that feeling. Do not allow yourself to become belittled by allowing yourself to feel unworthy in the company of anyone who is undeserving of your company. People do not have to verbalize any belittling nature because sometimes this is spiritually discerned. Where the spiritually weaker succumb to the spiritually stronger by submitting to their spiritual energy. And that's how we absorb the narcissistic tendencies and the narcissistic negativity. Observe the narcissist, but stay emotionally guarded. Don't observe their dark energy because this will infect you with that negative cloud hanging around you, and it will create a mood that is unbecoming of you. Now, this takes a practice in self-care, as the narcissist in your life is your life's lesson, as they are your life's test, to see how well you really do value yourself. But you don't see that right away. It takes as long as it takes for you to get to that point to see yourself as who you truly are. And that's the narcissist is in our life to help us unpack all that layer of negativity that has been built on ourselves as that dims our light. So it's your job to get rid of all that negativity so that you can allow your light to shine. And that's what the narcissist is in our lives for, to help us see where we are negative so we can change. You can't change what you can't see. You can't know what you don't know. So the narcissist gives us that little nudge, and sometimes that nudge hurts as it's supposed to. But once you learn how to value yourself, you will never allow yourself to be devalued by anyone ever again. The more you hold yourself accountable to you, the less likely it will be that a narcissist will hold you accountable to become responsible for them. So I hope that these tips help you to find success in your life. My name is Shannon Gilmore. Be blessed and stay blessed. Thank you for watching.